Jeep first introduced the Compass SUV in India as a small yet competent off-roader, and what a success it has turned out for the brand. Now 2 years later, Jeep wants to add spice to its portfolio by introducing a more potent off-roader, and it's called the Jeep Compass Trailhawk. So let's kickstart this video by doing some serious off-roading, because that is what the Jeep Compass Trailhawk is supposed to do. Why serious off-roading in a car this small, you might ask? Well, Jeep has added a trail-rated badge to the Compass Trailhawk, and it's a big deal. Jeep does not add this badge to every other car. A vehicle has to pass in 5 crucial categories to earn this badge, and Jeep strategically laid out the track to test each of the categories. The 5 categories are traction, water fording, maneuverability, articulation, and ground clearance. Now some of these functions need physical changes in the SUV, like the ground clearance has been increased, but we will come to that part in a bit. For now, we will discuss all the courses we covered to understand the Trailhawk's ability, and we were flabbergasted by its performance. First up, we did some warm-up off-roading to set our hands on steering and understand the capabilities of the SUV. Then, we tested the traction of the Trailhawk on steep grades using a full 4x4 system, and there was enough traction to climb some of the toughest terrain on earth. There's the Jeep Select Terrain system with various terrain modes like wet, mud, snow to drive on slippery road and keep the traction on. However, Jeep has added rock crawl mode for driving on rock and boulders. Jeep has also added the Active Drive Low 4x4 system, which comprises a low-range 4-wheel drive arrangement. The highlight of our drive was a steep 70-degree drop, and our heart sank while coming down from such height. All system including hill descent control fails during such a drop. However, the Trailhawk kept its calm and got us down with the knees. All of these off-roading duties require no special engine, and the standard 2-liter diesel engine powers Trailhawk. The engine does get a couple of changes, making it a charming package. 1. The engine is a BS6 compliant version in accordance with the upcoming emission norms to be implemented by 1st of April 2020. And 2. It has a much sought after 9-speed automatic, fulfilling the necessary diesel automatic powertrain combination. The engine produces 173 horsepower and 350 Nm of torque, and interestingly can run on BS4 fuel as well. While we can't test the engine capabilities during the off-roading course, we also drove the car on road to understand how good it is to drive in regular conditions. For the car of this size, the engine output is staggering, and you feel the engine outperforming your own expectations at times. The 9-speed auto behaves well and complements the engine well, that has a very prominent low-end torque but a not so linear power delivery. The steering is precise and gives you ample feedback on corners. The ride quality is on a softer side, and the NVH levels are controlled. However, there's a lot of noise inside the cabin when you push the car to its limits. Now the badge here says Trail Rated 4x4, which means the Jeep Compass Trailhawk has to pass through 5 crucial parameters to be certified as a competent off-roader. Now these include some of the changes to the exterior, like this anti-glare decal at the hood. The approach and departure angle has been increased, and so is the ground clearance by 30 mm. Just to put numbers on what we just said, the ground clearance now sits at 205 mm, water wading depth at 840 mm, a 26.5 degree approach angle, and 31.6 degree departure angle. All these changes make the Jeep Compass Trailhawk a different beast as compared to the regular Compass. While the basic design is the same, the Trailhawk gets black decal on bonnet, new dual-tone wheels with Falcon all-terrain tires, and a red tow hook at the rear. The bumpers have been redesigned, and there is a gunmetal finish on the trademark 7-slat grille, fog lamp surrounds, and the window line. The trail-rated badges on the fenders add to the charm. We drove the red color Trailhawk, and it looked refreshing with all that black treatment. Inside the cabin, the Trailhawk gets an all-black treatment similar to Compass Black Pack Edition. You get a feature-loaded cabin with a large 8.4-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple and Android connectivity, cruise control, 7-inch multi-info display, all-weather floor mats, climate control, reverse parking camera, and an optional panoramic sunroof. However, unlike the Limited Plus variant, the Trailhawk misses big time on the electronically controlled front seats, auto headlamps, and wipers. The Compass Trailhawk, like the Compass, is not a very practical car and can accommodate 4 full-grown adults at best. The boot space is also manageable. Jeep is also one of the safest cars in India today and gets 6 airbags, ABS, ESC, traction control, hill start assist as part of the safety kit. While the Jeep Compass has been a good performer on the road, it's actually the uncharted territories and the off-roading trails where the Jeep Compass Trailhawk excels. Add to it the Jeep brand name, 50 plus safety features, and the new 9-speed auto gearbox, the Jeep Compass Trailhawk becomes a lethal package for the adventure junkies out there.